We often treat history as a closed case file. We think of the Cold War as a relic, a chapter of concrete walls, iron curtains, and men in trench coats that ended when the Berlin Wall fell. But look closer. The Cold War didn't just vanish. It shattered and embedded itself into the very fabric of your daily existence. The phone in your hand, the map guiding your drive, the headlines scrolling across your screen, they are not just modern conveniences. They are echoes of a conflict that supposedly ended decades ago. Welcome to the aftermath. October 4th, 1957. The Soviet Union launches Sputnik 1. The world looked up in fear, seeing a new Soviet moon. But at the Applied Physics Laboratory at Johns Hopkins University, two American physicists, William Geyer and George Weifenbach, were listening. They monitored Sputnik's radio beep and realized something profound. As the satellite moved closer, the radio frequency shifted higher. As it moved away, it dropped. This is the Doppler effect. They reasoned, if we know our exact location on Earth, we can track the satellite's speed and path. But then, they flipped the equation. If we know the satellite's position, we can use that signal to determine our exact location on Earth. This wasn't built for your commute. It was a military necessity known as the transit system and later GPS. Its primary purpose was to help U.S. Navy submarines surface, fix their position, and launch nuclear missiles with terrifying precision. Today, that guidance system built for Armageddon is the reason you can tag your location on Instagram or find the nearest coffee shop. You are navigating your life using the coordinates of a nuclear war plan. While the skies were being weaponized, the ground was being wired. In the 1960s, the Pentagon's Advanced Research Projects Agency, ERPA, faced a nightmare scenario. If a nuclear strike took out a central communications hub, like Washington, D.C., the entire military command structure would go dark. The centralized telephone network was too vulnerable. They needed a network without a head. They called it ARPANET. It utilized a radical new concept called packet switching, championed by Paul Barron at the RAND Corporation. It broke data into small chunks that could travel independently through any open path and reassemble at the destination. It sent its first message in 1969. That military experiment is the architecture of the modern internet. It is not a Silicon Valley invention. It is a child of the Pentagon, born from the fear of nuclear silence. But technology is only half the story. The maps on your wall are still drawn in Cold War ink. Look at the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, founded in 1949 with 12 nations to counter the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union dissolved in 1991, yet NATO has not only survived, it has more than doubled in size. The fault lines of modern global politics, from the tensions in Eastern Europe to the alliances in the Pacific, are not new cracks. They are the reopening of old wounds. The East versus West dichotomy didn't disappear. It evolved. The players may have changed their names, but the board remains the same. The alliances forged in the shadow of the bomb are the same ones dictating global trade and security today. We like to believe we live in a new era, but in reality, we are living in the persistent echo of the 20th century. The Cold War gave us the tools to connect, the tools to navigate, and the divisions that still threaten to tear us apart. It shapes where you go, what you see, and who your nation trusts. The war ended, but the world it built, that is just getting started.